Today, a West Virginia member of the House of Delegates may be in legal hot water for yesterday's protest at the U.S. Capitol. We have learned from numerous sources that federal and district law enforcement officers want to speak with Republican House of Delegates member Derek Evans of Wayne County.
Derek Evans is in the Capitol.
The fallout continues today over the storming of the U.S. Capitol and attempts to stop certification of President-elect Joe Biden as the next president. Hundreds of supporters of President Donald Trump broke into the building, including newly elected West Virginia Republican delegate Derek Evans. Some are now calling for Evans to be stripped of his office. This video was on the delegate's Facebook page, but was taken down when negative comments started to occur.
All members of the State House of Delegates are required to take an oath, and that oath says that you will uphold the federal, the U.S., the state constitutions. What he did was clear violation of disrupting a process of the Constitution when they were certifying an election.
The destruction of property, our United States Capitol, where we protect freedoms every day, is shameful, and I think that the perpetrators should be punished to the full extent of the law.
Delegate Evans did not respond to numerous requests by this station and parent company Nexstar Media for comment, but on the tape he is heard advocating for no violence against police and no destruction of property.
Destruction of anything. No vandalizing property. No vandalizing.
The first opportunity for the House to propose sanctions against Delegate Evans will be this January 13th. That's Wednesday for a one-day organizational session. If it doesn't happen, then it will have to wait till the first day of the official legislative session, February 10th. The Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department is now seeking the identity and whereabouts of people identified in videos, including West Virginia Republican delegate Derek Evans. At the very least, Delegate Evans could face charges of unlawful entry into the U.S. Capitol. And Republican delegate Derek Evans' participation in the intrusions of the corridors flanking the rotunda is drawing attention from the Speaker of the West Virginia House, Speaker Roger Hanshaw, and State Senator Charles Trump from Morgan County, who chairs the Judiciary Committee and is on board with the speakers looking into Evans' conduct.
I note that Speaker Hanshaw's statement indicates that what happened yesterday is going to be the subject of some attention or scrutiny in the House, and I think that may be appropriate.
The West Virginia legislature will open its term on Wednesday again for a one-day organizational session.